Both U.S. President Joe Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin described their first in-person summit as a constructive one at separate news conferences on Wednesday, with the two leaders agreeing to return ambassadors.
Time to do some real red pill analysis. Put on your Sigma vision, because we're going to check this out. So first of all, first things first, we've got Anthony Blinken, probably the most beta guy in the room. As you can see from his posture right here, he's looking a little bit, he's looking like a little henchman. He looks very uncomfortable. He's sitting in a tiny little bitch chair. His body is very closed together, and the bodily gesture, he's protecting his body, and very submissive posture and temperament from Blinken. Meanwhile, the second beta in command, Biden, he's got his legs crossed, a sign of feminine leg crossing. And it's very clear that Biden has submitted in this encounter. He rests his hand on his knees so as to demonstrate his beta submission to the alpha Chad Sigma grindset minded President Putin. As you can see, Biden is trying his hardest to contain himself and make sure that he does not step out of line, because he knows that in this context, the alpha is none other than President Putin. Now, we can see President Putin. His legs are wide. He taps his shoe as a sign of dominance. And he's got wide legs spread out because he don't give a fuck. He sits with his nuts hanging. You know what I'm saying? President Putin, the alpha of the room, Sigma grindset, Sigma mindset. You can see Sergei Lavrov. He is not the supreme alpha of the room, as shown by his hands clasped together in between his knees. But he is indeed the alpha number 2 of the room, and he is also Sigma number 2. You can see his legs are also spread wide, and even though he's sitting in the same, appears to be the same chair as Mr. Blinken, it's actually not the same chair. Mr. Lavrov's chair has no restrainted hoister, whereas Blinken's chair seems to have this little cuck containment, booster seat baby bitch thing going on that he has to sit in. Lavrov does not have that. He is free to sit on the chair like a true alpha king. And Sergei Lavrov he is not the first in command. He's second in command in this room, but that's okay because he still has an alpha mindset, still have a Sigma grindset, and he's thinking. And I'll compare these two, and it's very clear which one mogs the other. As you can see, this is not a good showing for the Americans on this side. They are the beta baby bitches faced with Sigma grindset alpha Chad males. This is not a good encounter for the American side. Let's continue.
To their posts in the near future.
And look at this. Blinken is scrunching himself even further. You can clearly tell he is in a state of fear and submissive deference. He knows a man when he sees one, and he is absolutely terrified to step out of line.
And hold further talks about nuclear arms.
Biden is on his phone checking to see what Kamala told him to say, because he is crossing his legs. It is very clear that this is a man devoid of manhood itself.
Arms control and cybersecurity.
And this is a true Sigma, true Sigma posturing right here. True Sigma posturing.
But deep divisions were evident on a range of issues at the talks in Geneva, Switzerland, where Putin denied Russia played any role in a spate of recent...
As you can see, the wideness of President Putin rivals the distance between the two Russian flags. It would appear that this is indeed the widest person in the entire room, much wider than Biden or any other American president.
Cyber attacks against the United States.
Famous Lanklet, President Barack Obama, to this day, shivers and trembles in fear when recalling the wideness of President Putin.
Where Biden hinted at retaliation.
Biden clearly wanted to reveal his narrowness as a sign of submission to show Putin he is not a threat to Putin's wideness. He's like, hey, President Putin, see, I'm not wide at all. I'm not wide. Don't worry, President Putin. I'm not wide.
If they didn't stop.
I pointed out to him